the resistance.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everyone? This is Tim Man Chris Sheldon with the Worldwide Resistance. You are the Resistance, and welcome to the Roundtable, brought to you by Monster Blue, the fictitious product that doesn't actually exist because I made it up in my own crazy-ass mind. Because we don't have any corporate sponsors. And Axe is laughing his ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any corporate sponsors, so if you like this broadcast, please share the live feeds, follow us on our various social medias, X, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, all at REALTWWRN, and drink whatever the hell Revan's drinking. And also, check out our online store. Tons of great merch there. We just revamped the store, completely new design, making it vastly more functional and efficient. We'll get more into that later. And last but not least, feel free to join in the comments section and chime in with your thoughts, opinions, whatever, and become a part of the conversation, because the roundtable isn't just the people on the panel, it's everyone who chooses to participate. Again, we are of the people, by the people, for the people. So, as the people, come be a part of the show. And on that note, we are now Monday, July 6th, 2 days after America's 250th anniversary. And boy howdy. Yeah. And boy howdy, have people on the left in particular been in an uproar. Clinton denounced immigration policy, even though during was deported back to Cuba, and he was just a child. He was taken from his family, deported back to Cuba, all that fun shit during the Clinton administration. But now he wants to denounce immigration like a total fucking hypocrite. And
how it normally goes.
We just see numerous amounts of this from the left and right. And it's like, enough with the hypocrisy. It's like all the left has become is Orange Man bad. Okay, well, why is the Orange Man bad? Orange Man bad. Okay, great. Well, what does your party bring to the table? Orange Man bad. Like, that's literally all we got anymore. It's like, come on, please give me something. At least back in the day when, I aligned with the Democratic Party, they at least had ideas and, something of substance to bring to the table. Now it's just your whole basis is centered around the sitting president who can't run for re-election. Give me more or hang it up, please.
They got nothing, man. I mean, they got nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing, dude. They're all uproar for nothing. Absolutely nothing. They got nothing but hot air. I mean, if they had anything, it'd be this: a schizophrenic rabbit on angel dust.
Okay, I'll take that. And the sad thing is, any Democrat that actually has good ideas and good policy suggestions is never going to see the light of day.
No.
Not as long as they support Trump.
Well, if a Democrat supports Trump, they're not exactly a Democrat, are they?
Hey, they're out there.
I wouldn't doubt it.
There are a few Democrats that do support Trump, but they won't admit it.
Yeah.
Because if you're part of the party and you vote and you support the president's on certain things, we're going to out your ass, and then we're going to redistrict your
state or your territory, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently there's been a lot of feedback from Democrats in opposition to the celebration of America's 250th anniversary. It's like, why? Why would you be opposed to this? It's like taking a knee during the national anthem or the American flag offends you. It's like, what? You live in this country. You want the perks of living in this country, but you hate the country and all its symbolism and whatnot. Now, granted, a lot of our symbolism was inspired by Rome, hence why they call us the New Rome and why Israel wants us destroyed. But I'll digress on that. But my thing is, like, why so much hatred coming from a political party that stems from the United States? And yes, I know, ladies and gentlemen, I know. I said it. I said Jews. Yeah, well, we got that out of the way. Yeah, we got to get it out of the way before Tommy Bird jumps on and starts screaming it.
Right.
Though I don't know if he'll be joining us tonight or for the foreseeable future, because he let me know the other day that he did land a new job and that he was starting today. So I don't know what his work schedule is as of yet. So we will have to see how that all plays out. Say again, Rob?
I said congrats to him.
Yeah. I'm glad things are finally turning around for him. He had kind of a rough patch there for a moment. But it seems like things are finally looking up for him. So, Reverend, do you know specifically what all publications were made by the Democrats in regards to the whole 250th anniversary, and any publications that were made?
There were quite a lot. It's all biased bullshit. Nonetheless, I mean, you can name one thing or anything. I mean, it's out there.
Yeah, I believe that Elon Musk posted a lot of shit as well. Like he covered it extensively, I believe. I'm actually trying to find it right now. So I was asking, like, if you had anything
he
offhand.
even covered that movie.
Yeah, the Citizen Vigilante, yes. Okay. Yeah, and we'll be covering that in a moment here. I'm just trying to find at least some of these feeds. Let me go to Jones's page, see if he's got something really quick. Because he's always got something. Sickening video. Watch CIA funded feminists tell women that they can only be empowered by killing their children. That should be an interesting one. I might come back to that. Andrew Tate says that our would-be Islamic conqueror. Jones agrees with Nick Fuentes that Sneeko needs to be deported.
We got Chuck Todd crying about Trump running America's 250th birthday bash.
Okay, say again.
Chuck Todd cries, Trump's ruined America's 250th birthday bash.
Okay, send me that real quick. Because I would love to see that.
He's whining, he's crying. Oh, Trump's ruined. No, I did not, asshole.
Okay, this is... Okay, I think I found what I'm looking for, but go ahead and send me what you got, Robin.
White supremacist July 4th march counts as free speech and menacing democracy, Interior Secretary Burgum says.
Okay. Let me bring up the first one. We should have got at this beforehand. It's all right. Okay. Okay. Chuck Todd cries, Trump ruined America's 25th birthday party. Mentions. Okay. Quite a few articles here stating the same thing. Let's just go to Hill on this one. Okay. July celebration. There we go. We got a video for it too. Okay. Former Meet the Press host Chuck Todd on Sunday accused President Trump of ruining the 4th of July celebration of the country's 205th birthday on the National Mall in Washington. Todd said on his podcast that the president took over the celebration originally to be held by America 250, which was established by bipartisan members of Congress in 2016 to celebrate the U.S.'s semi-quincentennial. But this is a defining thing. Donald Trump has ruined the American brand in the American birthday celebration. Todd said the country had a bipartisan, congressionally created America 250 effort, years ago in the planning. Okay. Goes on about the UFC fight, blah, blah, blah. Basically just whining and bitching. Okay. But what's the party? What Trump did really bad? What he delivered in retrospect in terms of a celebration? Was it un-American or anything like that? Can anybody ask that? Or is it just, oh, Trump took the initiative when? I mean, come on. The asshole has done far worse things for everybody to point fingers at. Let's not whine about the stupid shit.
No. I mean, the thing is, look, we're celebrating 250 years. 250 years. And that's how long we've been a country.
Yeah.
other countries been around a lot longer than us.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and run this article real quick. This is an article off InfoWars, so we'll just go ahead and run that real quick. I think this is what I was looking for initially.
In the shadow of America's 250th birthday, a grotesque spectacle unfolded that would make our founding fathers leap out of their graves. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani perched arrogantly backwards behind George Washington's historic desk at City Hall, delivered a so-called address on the eve of July 4th that wasn't a celebration of independence, but a venomous tirade against the very soul of this republic.
Irony is that the story of America has so often been written by those who were told by others with power and influence and wealth that they were anything but exceptional. The powerful have always known their answer. America, in their view, is an arena of supremacy, where only a select few are allowed freedom, and not all are created equal. America, if you ask them, becomes less the more people it welcomes. America, they will tell you, belongs only to those with the right accent or the right shade of skin. The rest of us, they insist, should be grateful for merely being allowed to visit. How small they are, how weak, how unoriginal. At every moment in our past, those who led through exclusion and isolation have tried to win power and enrich themselves by turning us against one another.
Mamdani painted America as an unending parade of horrors, while Mamdani's wife skipped America's 250th anniversary to attend an Islamic spiritual wellness retreat in Mallorca, Spain, as podcaster Sneeko proclaimed that New York had been captured by Islam.
This is the Islamic Republic of New Yorkistan. Islam will be in every household. Inshallah, the whole world is Muslim. Welcome to Mamdani's New York. You see this city? You see how it looks? Inshallah, your city looks just like this too.
And this wasn't an isolated affront of the 250th milestone. From weather-disrupted parades and canceled celebrations that were turned into political theater, while Larry David
It was embarrassing. I was embarrassed to be an American.
took the opportunity under the Obama's production company to rewrite American history.
Anyone who would accept the results of a free and fair election is a sociopath. A madman. A man like that can even foment an insurrection rather than just admit that he lost. Stop! This is madness! Citizens!
The communist destroys your history so he can take your home and rebuild it in his image. That's why it's your patriotic duty to celebrate today unashamed. It's okay to love America. Not only is it okay to love America, it's necessary to love America.
They looked at the Declaration of Independence under a microscope, and in the original draft, they wrote "our fellow subjects," and then Jefferson literally wrote "citizens" on top of subjects. And that's the mindset shift. The shift right there was, hey, we're not subjects. We are people. We have inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And if we don't like the government, it's not only our obligation to change that government, it's our duty to change that government.
While the youth of America bites the hand that feeds, America sees you and your coordinated erosion of the American spirit, where dissent masquerades as virtue and sovereignty is smeared as supremacy. But the 4th of July isn't an apology. It is defiance in the face of tyranny, and the tyrants are glowing in the dark. John Bound reporting for the Alex Jones Network at alexjoneslive.com.
Now, where did Reverend run off to? Is he taking a shit again?
Probably.
Yeah, I was hoping that they were going to cover more of what was being said by varying Democrats. Apparently, Obama came out, Bill Clinton came out, I mean, we can always play the Hillary Clinton video. We already know what she would have said if she had made a video. Probably would have been something like this.
We interrupt this broadcast for a very important speech from the Madam President of the United States.
Hello, U.S. America! Where the hell is my martini bucket? I gotta take a crap.
That's more like it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's fairly accurate. Hey, but gotta love the old cartoons, man. Fuck AI, man. Good old hard work. I made that in what, 2015, 2016?
Yeah.
I made that before I left California. That's one of the last projects I did in Cali.
Did you guys see the portfolio I did?
No, I don't think we did.
Of Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump as the Great Cornholio and shit.
Oh God! Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my!
You're surprised?
No. No, I'm not sure I can say I am. Reverend, you want to go ahead and just show it to us really quick? Send it my way. I'll pull it up. Yeah, and one of the reasons why we're doing this podcast so early is because I've actually got to work in the AM.
I saw your message.
Yeah, I've got. I'm just letting the general audience know. But next week we'll return to our regularly scheduled time at 8 p.m. Will you be able to join us, Haunted, or will you be doing your DJing?
It depends. I might have to leave early to do the DJing.
Okay. Well, I will get at you later, and we'll figure that out. All right. What'd you say? Let's see what you said. Oh God. Really, dude? Really? Really? Oh my God, mate. Like, really, bro? I mean, that's fairly accurate. That is fairly accurate. I think I like this one best. He looks completely unhinged here.
Will that make a good shirt?
It would. I might actually take and make that a shirt. I might just do that. And we'll come back to that in a minute because I do want to show you guys.
I tried doing Joe Biden as the Great Cornholio, but it wouldn't allow me.
Oh, damn. See, that one would have been funny. I'll see if I can come up with one. But I do want to play that other video, the feminist video. Because, like, that was just insane. Like, I should save this and come back to it. Because this is just sickening as far as I'm concerned. Are you guys ready for this? This is going to be a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen.
Since the beginning of time, since the first little girl ever existed, there have been dolls. But the dolls were always and forever baby dolls. The girls who played with them could only ever play at being mothers, which can be fun, at least for a while anyway. Ask your mother. This continued until...
She was freed by the CIA and Gloria Steinem to kill her baby, to hate men, and help collapse the human population forever. She had joined the eugenicists. She would help end humanity. She would hate the men. She would hate the children. She would be the CIA Terminator. She would be the ultimate Trojan horse. She would embrace Islam. She would embrace everything anti-human. She would destroy the West once and for all. The ultimate weapon. She would sacrifice her children to Molech with extreme prejudice and pleasure. And she would be hailed by Satan as the sword that severed the head of humanity.
Real time, uncensored, unstoppable. AlexJonesLive.com. Take a stand. Share the link.
Do you want to fight? You better believe you got one! I want everybody to remember that men, not just in our species of mammals, but in almost every species of mammals, the males go out, they forage, they strive, they fight. They don't live as long in any mammal species. Males live a lot less than females. They provide for females. And it's also like that in almost every bird species. You can sit there in the courtship of cardinals and watch the male come with seeds and feed the female. And he's showing her, I will take care of you when you sit in the nest and take care of the babies. The toucan goes out and gets the fruit in his beak and brings it back to the female and the babies. This is biology. This is who we are. This isn't some affected social engineering the way society's set up. Men have twice the muscle than women have, twice the bone density. We have testosterone. We are supposed to be providers. We're supposed to be strong and go out and build civilization. And there have always been women in history that have that proclivity as well, and they join the men in that. But we're talking about the biology, and this move to get women in the workforce and to have the state raise the children is designed by the CIA, declassified from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Miss Magazine, Gloria Steinem was a CIA officer to break down society, not to empower women, but to destroy civilization. Masculine behavior bad for the planet, says new research. Toxic masculinity. And all the movies show women as masculine, men as effeminate. You see the plan. You know the plan. Why we should abolish the family. New York Magazine. Looking forward to the end of humans. Wall Street Journal. It's time to abolish the Bill of Rights and Constitution. New York Times. Yeah, the movie Barbie. All of this stuff is men against the women, women against the men. Oh, Barbie begins with a 2001 Space Odyssey type event where the little girl's a slave. Let's play that scene coming up. To the baby dolls, which she instinctively wants to take care of and love and care for. And she bashes their brains out like the leftist mother does, aborting their children as a sacrament to the state. You see the numbers. Leftist leaning Americans driving birth rate declines, the most alone, the most isolated. In Canada, they've killed over 100,000 people in just the last 2 years. 90+% are liberals, mainly women that feel like they're depressed, so the state kills them. They are the victims of the brainwashing. They are the victims of the mind control. Women tend to genetically conform more to a social construct as a survival mechanism. But when you have an evil social construct that's anti-human and you bend your will to that via Stockholm syndrome and give up your life force and believe the state is your God when it's actually your murderous pimp, you're not a winner, you're a loser.
Yeah, I think I'm going to come back to that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or at some future point. I really would like to come back to this topic. Because that is absolutely huge. And the fact that, this is declassified information to not only destroy the family, but destroy civilization as a whole and bring the human species to a grinding halt kind of makes you wonder why more people aren't talking about this. So I know Bird likes to talk about these things a lot. Maybe we can get his thoughts and opinions on it down the line. Revan, you have a thought?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Uh-oh. You sent me something.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. What did you send me? Elaborate while I'm looking. Oh, God. What'd you create? Oh, God. He did it. He fucking did
Pulled it off. Pulled it off.
He pulled it off, ladies and gentlemen. He fucking pulled it off. The son of a bitch did it. The son of a bitch fucking did it. Which is better, the Trump one or the Hillary Clinton one? I don't know, man. Which one? Haunted, which one should be a shirt, bro?
Hold on. Put Trump in the same photo with her and make him look like Butthead.
Quite possibly, yeah. Yeah, I maybe do that. Yeah.
Have him handing her the TP.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Have her handing him the TP. That would make a great shirt. And speaking of shirts, let's just jump right into it. We revamped the store, ladies and gentlemen. So everything is now more streamlined. You have your TWWRN shirts readily available. Your protest shirts, all categorized. Miscellaneous. Click more for more down there. I'll bring up everything we have here on the miscellaneous side. Got the hoodies, hats, face masks, drinking paraphernalia, if that's what you would call it, posters, stickers, bumper stickers, cell phone covers, you name it, can be found right here at the TWWRN store, realtwwrn.printify.me. Get yours today and do with it what you do with it. And Robin, you look like you have a thought. You look like you're looking something up. What you got?
Yeah. Got it.
What'd you do? What you got? What'd you do? What'd you do? Son of a bitch. It's not Trump and Hillary, but damn it, if it doesn't work. Son of a bitch. Robin, my brother in Christ. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Just... Oh my God. Oh my God. Give me a... Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh. So before we move on to the next subject, Revan, what is your topic for tomorrow on Great Jedi TV?
Man.
That's a great topic.
Yeah.
Political satire for the last 250 years of political satire, including the SNL satire. It's going to be a not controversial, but actually historical
breakdown.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And we will bring up the AI generated of what I created even today, and we will bring those up, and it's going to be a humor broadcast, and it's going to be funny.
All righty.
So,
and tomorrow night, Great Jedi TV at say 6 p.m. Central,
4:30 Pacific, 6:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern.
All righty. And we'll go ahead and take our commercial break where Reverend will tell you all about where you can find all of his content and then some.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Reverend Ordo, and I'm a co-host of the Worldwide Resistance Network. I want to let you know about my content on my so here, check me out on Minds, Gab, MeWe, Cloud Hub, Tumblr, Parler, Getter, Rumble, Scoops, TikTok, and also on YouTube on the Anonymous Manawari Network and the Anonymous Republic Network. Also on Truth Social. And also check out the Worldwide Resistance Network. Also check out Tin Man TV. Also on Tuesday evenings, Gray Jedi TV. Quote the Raven, "These nuts." Peace.
You are watching the Political Roundtable on the Worldwide Resistance Network. If you are watching this, you are the resistance. Yes, everyone, this is the Roundtable. Joining me for the second half is good old Reverend Ordo, who I think has either fallen asleep or he's making more AIs. And Haunted had to dip out. He will be back later if we're still on. He had to go take care of a personal matter. No, he is not going to the bathroom. That was me last week. And I do want to apologize for that, Revan, having to jump off so abruptly last week. I was very sick to my stomach. I don't know what the hell happened, but I don't think it would have helped your broadcast or Tin Man TV if I were broadcasting from the toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried that once before and it was satire, but I don't think we want to do a whole broadcast with me on the toilet. So I do want to apologize for having jumped off so abruptly. And
we got one more satire. We got one more satire AI made, and I just sent it to you right now.
Oh, jeez. What did you do this time, you bastard? What did you do this time? Okay, last one, man. Last one. What do you got? I'm going to lose my shit on this. I know I am. Okay. What did you send me? That's pretty good. That one is pretty good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for this one. Buckle up. AOC as the Great Cornholio. The people get on TV. I can see this. I can see this.
I try to come up with shirt designs for you men. When I do this, like I want to create like the funniest shirt ever for the store. And I was also thinking, like, I tried everything from. Everything I've done was part of Looney Tunes and shit. I thought, let's bring it to a Beavis and Butthead-esque kind of satire, you know?
Yeah. And I'm not sure if it'd be copyright infringement, but it's definitely something. If nothing else, it's funny satire on the show. So
it's nothing more than like I said, political satire has been around for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, you had newspapers draw out, presidents with big heads and shit, all that crap,
Yeah, absolutely.
And SNL for 50 years been doing it for a long time, So
yeah, absolutely. And speaking of media, and you wanted to do a topic of particular interest to yourself. Care to elaborate on that in the second half? I'm pretty much just going to give you a point on this.
Vigilante. I watched some scenes and some trailers. I thought this would be a great topic to talk about here on the Roundtable.
Yeah. Now, I didn't get a chance to watch the movie. The file that I found on YouTube was actually just a repeat of somebody giving commentary repeatedly.
Yeah.
Brief commentary on a breakdown of what the movie was. And basically what I could surmise from this movie and what I've seen from the trailers, essentially, it's the Punisher. For lack of a better term, the movie Citizen Vigilante is the Punisher with different characters.
Yeah.
Just different names for different characters. It's essentially the Punisher.
But this one is a little Punisher-esque, but it also has some political points in it.
Yeah.
In a degree. And I've seen it from beginning to end. I tell you what, this movie has people in Germany and Australia, even in our own country, all scared because, like, this. I mean,
because what if somebody does stand up?
The director said the reason he made this movie was he's tired of seeing such like this happening. With the rig gangs in the UK and Germany and France and other places. He made this movie for a reason because they talked about democracy. Okay? Now, what exactly is the exact definition of democracy?
Well, technically, the United States is not a democracy. It's a constitutional republic.
Yeah.
Nowhere in the Constitution or anywhere in writing does it declare itself a democracy.
No. But there will be a sequel to this movie, too.
Really?
Yeah. Now, Elon Musk allowed this movie for 24 hours. And the movie was so good because usually these kind of movies will get pirated and shit. No. People pay to see this movie. They pay to see this movie.
You know, apparently there's a lot of controversy surrounding it, like the same level of popularity and controversy as the Angel Studios film. What was it? The Sound of Freedom.
Yeah.
Apparently, and you pointed this out, that it was kind of along the same, giving the same vibe and was getting a lot of the same kind of attention for and against. Now, most people who didn't like The Sound of Freedom were people who relatively enjoyed movies like Civil War and One Battle After the Next.
Yeah.
Frankly speaking, I think it's kind of hypocritical, especially considering all the leftists demanding the release of the Epstein files and prosecution of the Epstein clients.
Yeah.
So being anti Sound of Freedom at that point seems rather hypocritical.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there should be another Democrat movie called One Hypocrisy After Another.
Yeah. But this movie, the actor Armie Hammer, he was
Armie Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. His name is Armie Hammer.
But
when I read that, I first thought Armie Hammer. That's where my brain went. Armie Hammer banking soda.
He comes from the family that created that company.
Angel Studios?
No, the Armie Hammer, the company.
Ah. So it's a play on words. Got it.
Yeah.
I thought it was just something stupid and he fucked up and it's gave me something to make fun of him for. Damn it.
The director came to him and said, I want you from this movie. I want you for this movie. And he cut on the phone like, dude, like, fuck yeah, no. Fuck yeah. No. And he was the right pick. He was the right pick. You know, I agree. He was right pick, but it also brought his career back too.
Yeah, I'm like, he's not really an actor that I'm too familiar with. What other work has he done?
He got canceled.
Okay, so he's a victim of cancel culture.
Yeah.
So, but what has he done prior to being a victim of cancel culture?
He's done the he did the movie The Joker, the first film, The Joker.
Okay, so he was in the first Joker film.
And he did other films as well, but the director did B movies. But this movie he did, Citizen Vigilante, this movie became number one. Became the number one movie.
Yeah, and you're not really seeing it being pushed by the media. I didn't even know about it until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find it. It's been very difficult to find.
I got it's a link you sent us. I watched it from beginning to end. I'll tell you what.
That was actually just that commentary thing that was just repeated, like 2-minute commentary over and over and over again for like an hour and a half. I was pissed.
But I tell you what, that movie, dude, they say it's like Muslim. No. It's not anti-Muslim. It ain't no racist. No, this movie hit a nerve, hit a fucking nerve with people that are pro-immigration, pro-Islam. Oh, fuck off, dude. This movie tackled woke culture It attacked the far left. It attacked hypocrisy about our democracy. Fuck your democracy, motherfucker. Fuck your democracy, man.
Well, here's the thing. It's not that dissimilar from the message of one battle after the next. It's just coming from an opposite direction. But if people really stop to think about it, the door does technically swing both ways on these films. One battle after the next, Civil War, Citizen Vigilante. They all share a common theme if you really think about it. If you take the political bias out of it.
There's one scene that really answers the question.
Okay, and what question is that?
In the scene, the vigilante goes to the home of a Muslim family, right? Because their son, who's 15 years old as well, him and his 7 buddies raped a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Each of them. And he's in the middle, talking to the dad, the mom, and the sister. The sister goes, she asked for it. How? Huh? How?
No.
How is she asking for it when she's in pain, in fear for her life, while 7, 8 assholes taking turns on this poor girl? Okay, I got a question for myself. Okay?
Yeah.
Over there are girls that are 12, 13, 14 that are being gang raped by elderly men. Even men my age. Then after that, they're dead. Think. Okay, think. What if that was your daughter or your granddaughter or your sister or your mother, huh?
Yeah, the problem is in those cultures, it's much today as it was here in the United States 200 years ago, where they were marrying their daughters off at 8 to 11 years old. Daughters between the ages of 8 and 11 were being married off. Even not 150 years ago, here in the United States, that was a common thing. But then again,
here as well,
you were considered a man at like 12, 13 years old.
Same question
back then too.
Same question. What if it was done here?
Yeah.
What happens? Where's the justice? There is no justice.
No, because if they do get arrested, they get let go.
Yeah.
They get released.
Why is there no justice for them? It's because the system is fucked.
Yeah, and that's why that circles back to what I was saying before about movies like this and One Battle After the Next and Civil War and all that. There is so much corruption, and it's not just the Democrats. It's not just Donald Trump. It's
the
whole globalist epidemic. It's a global epidemic of globalists behind the scenes.
System.
It is the whole fucking thing.
But here's the dumb part. Then it goes, well, we're trying to teach our son of the Quran.
Teach our son what?
Teach your son from the Quran. Like, okay, time out. So it's okay to teach your son who's 15 that him and his 7 buddies take turns raping this 15-year-old girl. And his sister goes online and says, she asked for it. Then he goes, hey, call your buddies, bring them over. We got to talk. He says, fuck no. Okay. Points the gun at his sister. He goes 4, 3, 2. Calls his buddies. They all come. As soon as 4 of the buddies come over, takes them all out, even the family. But it goes, you have women in Europe and the U.S. raped.
Yeah, on a regular basis, on a daily basis.
And this is how you teach your children. And plus, he goes to the sister, he goes, yourself. You post this shit. You by saying that, posting that, you support of what your brother did.
Yeah, it's all in the name of, oh, we got to do tolerance. Tolerance.
Fuck tolerance.
Tolerance is never a good thing.
No.
Tolerance is never a good thing. Acceptance of different people and their beliefs and cultures is fine. But tolerance of bad behavior, because you don't tolerate good behavior, you tolerate bad behavior. You've never heard of tolerating good behavior. You only hear of tolerance when it comes to bad behavior. But you have things like the Museum of Tolerance and all this talk of we gotta be tolerant and accepting of these people and their culture and whatnot, and be tolerant of their way of life. Like,
Exactly.
sorry, but if that's your way of life, go back to your home country, because this is not our way of life. If your way of life impedes on my way of life and has a negative impact on my way of life, the two cannot coexist.
No.
And we're not going to play this tolerance bullshit. You need to fucking go back to where you came from.
But he went to the judge too. The judge said there's your victims, the girl and the boys. The boys were victimizers, Judge Ass Clown. The girl was a victim.
So he's pretty much addressing in this film everything that we've been dealing with here in the States and in Europe and so forth with this criminal behavior and the replacement migration issues that have been taking place. And it's now being labeled as anti-Muslim and anti-tolerance.
What's funny, but not a harsh sense, more of an ironic sense here. They're saying, well, people see this movie, they're going to copy. No. You can't blame movies. You can't blame video games. You can't blame monster movies, okay? You blame the very ones in charge in office, okay, who don't do shit.
Yeah.
Rather say, well, we got to fight for democracy. There is no democracy in America, motherfucker. We are a constitutional republic. Again, we are a constitutional republic. Okay?
Yeah.
Ben Franklin said, we are not a democracy.
Yeah, and even the Democratic Party is not so much pro-democracy either. This is not a left versus right issue, because even the Democratic Party, they are more socialist and communist leaning than that of a democratic republic or a constitutional republic. Okay, they're not remotely pro-America anymore.
No.
And the Republicans are equally as bad. They're just not as blatant about it. And you've got kind of a divide going on in the Republican Party, those who are protecting the globalist pedophiles, and those who are up and coming, who are kind of railing against it and pushing out the rhinos and all this shit, and are very much tired of this shit. So you're seeing kind of a reformation happening in the Republican Party. And that's what people thought they were getting with Trump, only for him to turn around and essentially become a sellout.
He is. He's been a sellout. His first term, that was just the setup for the big.
Yeah, I mean, he might have been on board with everybody at first, but then after the shooting where he got his ear nearly blown off, we've seen a total 180 from Trump, lending credence to Zero's notion that it may not even be Trump at all. They may have actually offed him and replaced him right there on the spot. Now, how the hell they would have pulled that off with all the crowd sitting behind him, I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of panic and confusion going on at the time, but you would think if something like that happened and they did a freaking bait and switch like that, somebody would have noticed something.
Or it was done ahead of time. Before.
Maybe. I couldn't say one way or the other, but it does seem like we have seen a completely different Trump than what we had before that shooting.
This Trump is different.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mishaps, a lot of things you wouldn't see in the first term. Maybe Zero's right, man.
It is possible.
But the thing is, like with Hillary, like all this body double shit, right? She herself had body doubles during her campaign.
Yeah.
And they were caught like that by the people.
Yeah.
She didn't fool not one bit at all.
Yeah, she didn't pull no punches on that shit.
No, the people were not fooled. She didn't
No, they
fool
weren't.
everybody. Remember that lady? She wore the glasses and shit. She's so that's written New York City and shit. They thought, oh, it's Hillary. No, it was a double. The double.
Yeah, let's put this out to the people watching this. We've got quite a few people tuning in right now. Chime in the comment section. Do you think Donald Trump has been replaced by a body double? That he's an actor wearing a mask and that the real Donald Trump has been disposed of, quite possibly?
Because in history,
share your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to hear your opinions.
Every world leader had a double. Hitler had one. So did Saddam.
Yeah. Saddam Hussein was the one who really made that popular.
Yeah. So did shit.
So much so they did so many DNA tests and cavity checks on Saddam Hussein when they captured him just to make sure it was him.
Castro had a lot.
Yeah. So did Mussolini, I believe. Didn't save his ass in the end, but
Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin, Mao, Castro, they all had them, but few didn't.
Well, like my thing is with this movie, it paints that theme, and going back to what you said, whether or not it would spark somebody to actually take action. Is that really outside of the realm of possibility? Because it is really shedding light on the aspect that
it would be the person themselves. For example,
let me finish my thought.
Okay.
Let me finish my thought here.
Okay.
If movies tend to generate ideas and cult followings and whatnot, and these movies, whether pro-Democrat or pro-Republican, are painting a similar narrative of civil unrest, violent uprisings by the citizens against their government. Now, we all know that civil war and one battle after the next was to promote that John Podesta plan narrative of sparking a civil war. Now, the people have already reached the point. Democrats have already reached that point. Whether or not they're doing it for the right reasons is up to the individual to decide. But vastly more Republicans are on board with the idea as well because of the Epstein thing and everything else that's happening. We're not seeing any fucking justice. We're seeing all this criminality, but no justice. And the criminals are just laughing in everybody's face. People are getting pissed. And then you have movies like Civil War, one battle after the next. And now citizen vigilante. It's just putting the idea in people's heads at that point. And at what point does it just, the idea is already situated in somebody's head? Media is programming, which is MK Ultra.
Yeah. Monarch.
Programming. It's literally that, programming the brain, putting thoughts and programming narratives, thoughts and positions into the subconscious. Now, if people are thinking about this on a subconscious level to the point that it becomes conscious, and people are seeing this stuff with the Epstein files and all these other problems and all this other shit is finally starting to get noticed, like what happened on 9/11 and everything that's taken place since then. And even before that, all the way back to 1913, and people are just piecing it together. At what point does a person or any group of people finally snap and say, okay, it's go time?
It's the equivalent of, say, rock music, right?
Yeah.
Late 70s, early 80s. At the time, it was the satanic panic bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Judas Priest got sued. So did Ozzy Osbourne.
Black Sabbath. When they were with Dio, Dio himself, I believe, was targeted as well because of his album Holy Diver. And
now,
Alice Cooper.
Yeah, they all got sued. But the thing is, the parents. Now, anybody who's a hardcore fan but also have common sense. Some that have taken their own lives.
Yeah.
Because like just Priest and then Osbourne, Osbourne had Suicide Solution. It's about drinking.
Yeah. And
2 boys end up taking their own lives. And the family blamed the
lyrics.
Osbourne, like, it's about drinking. It ain't about taking your own life.
And a lot of that had to do with his personal experience, his own personal struggles and losses that he's seen in his life, like when Randy Rhoads died.
Yeah.
That really hit him hard when Randy died, especially considering Ozzy Osbourne was involved in that whole thing. It was, Randy being stupid, but the fact that he was there. And I remember him saying for the longest time, like reading those old interviews and articles, he was saying, if I just hadn't been in the trailer, Randy wouldn't have been fucking around like that. He wouldn't have been dive bombing the trailer trying to scare me if I wasn't there.
This is the equivalent.
He would still be alive. And his guilt ate him up for the longest time. So yeah, he made songs like Suicide Solution and other songs because that's how artists express themselves and cope with the things that they're going through and allow people to cope with things that they may be going through similar situations in their lives, teenagers and young adults, Stained, Linkin Park. You listen to a lot of those songs, you can relate to that. A lot of people, especially from our generation, grew up listening to artists like Linkin Park and whatnot, Disturbed. I can relate to Down with the Sickness because I grew up in an abusive home. So I understand what it was like to want to push back against being abused.
I grew up listening to, in the early 90s, I listened to Alice in Chains, Nirvana. I listened to STP.
But listening to The Sickness by Disturbed didn't make me kill my mom. Okay? My mom died of her own stupidity, and I had no involvement in her, and I weren't even on speaking terms when she passed.
Kurt Cobain was my generation's Jerry Garcia and John Lennon.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, when you look at these films and video games, okay?
Yeah.
Now, anybody with common sense realize it's only a TV show, it's only a movie, it's only a game. But some that don't really think that, they bring the fantasy world to real life.
Yeah, they do. I mean, let's not mince words. How many kids on the playground did we know who were mimicking the Power Rangers when Power Rangers first came out? Hey, come on. Let's not mince words.
Yeah.
They did. We saw it. If we weren't doing it our damn selves. I know I'm guilty.
But you knew that it's only a TV show, though. You knew that.
Yeah. We play fight and shit on the playground and whatnot, but
psychologically, for example, GTA 5, best-selling game in history.
Yeah.
You have people thinking that they're Trevor Phillips or Michael DeSanta. Or basically, I'm gonna steal a car, I'm gonna go to a prostitute, beat her, take her fucking money, and run. All that shit. The thing is, a lot of us know, we all know it's a game, but dumbasses think, oh, maybe if I could try to rob a armory and shit. Dude, it's a fucking game.
Yeah. You ain't pulling that kind of shit off in real life. I would laugh if I saw somebody try it because they're going to fail miserably and I'm going to laugh hysterically.
Okay. There's a mission called, and the mission, your job is to rob the armory of $200 million in gold. Okay. Now, to do it, you have to make a plan. Now, all these plans may simple look in the game, may look simple, but in real life, you're going to fail hardcore. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a game. So dumbasses, remember, it's a game. Okay?
Yeah.
In the game, you shoot people, they're dead in the game. But in real life, you will get shot at and you will get hit. Okay? I'm just saying that this is reality, folks. Some of you may not like it. Some of you may, he's right.
Yeah.
Even I know it's only a movie. It's only a movie. It's only a game. It's only a game.
Yeah. Yeah, but we've talked about it many times on the roundtable and other podcasts. When does it go from talking to violent revolution? When does it go from a peaceful renaissance and an information war to full metal jacket? At what point do we cross the line and say, okay, obviously we're not going to be able to vote our way out of this or expose our way out of this? Something needs to be done. We're not getting justice. Justice needs to be taken into our own hands.
It's because today's life is all being desensitized.
Yeah.
Now, for example, V for Vendetta, right?
Yeah, another great film.
If people did that, I tell you what. If people did that in real life, like actually now, things would change. For example, if y'all remember in Egypt, where people were just standing there in arms, getting hosed, they didn't move. They took the water. They didn't move one bit.
You're talking about the events at the end of V for Vendetta.
No.
You're not talking about V's actions blowing up Parliament or blowing up the Bailey or killing all these political party members. You're talking about the civil uprising that occurred.
Now, the movie, this was actually in Egypt years ago. And
yeah, but you're likening it to the end of V for Vendetta.
Yeah, but this is like during the time of 2011. Occupy Wall Street moment here. But this was in Egypt. This was the protest revolution against the Muslim Brotherhood, which worked.
It did.
And it did work. The people didn't move. There were guards and hoses and shit. The people stood their ground. Like literally stood their ground. And it was so damn bad for the leadership, the president resigned. Mubarak resigned. He left because Mubarak was part of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah, and there was just so much pushback, he knew he couldn't win. Now, again, you can have a peaceful renaissance and you can push back peacefully and informationally and, take a political stand like what they did in Egypt.
Oh, yeah.
But at what point, when there's so much corruption, like you see with the Trump administration and what's going on with the Epstein files, at which point most of those names are part of the public record. Most people know what Fauci did. Most people know what Bill Gates has done. And we've already had instances where people have walked up and killed people in the name of pushback against corruption, like that CEO, that big pharma CEO that got offed a few years ago. Okay? At what point does it become Bill Gates or Fauci or any given congressman or senator or governor or somebody working in the White House kitchen staff who just happens to slip a little cyanide in Donald Trump's breakfast?
Yeah.
Or anybody who happens to work for the Rothschilds in one of their mansions. I mean, at what point do people finally snap and go, okay, it's go time? And you have all these movies like V for Vendetta, One Battle After the Next, and so on and so forth. All these anti-government, pro-revolution movies, and everybody's already talking, and Joe Rogan's talked about it, Tucker Carlson's talked about it. At what point does it cross? We've talked about it. What point does it cross the line from talking about it to, okay, maybe it's time for a violent revolution? And then you have these movies that just kind of add fuel to the fire, maybe. I mean,
again, I'm saying this.
Concerning.
I'm going to say this. If these movies give someone the idea, if you do what you see in the movie, make sure you know what you're doing and make sure it's the right thing you want to do and make sure your mind is in it. Because the thing is, before you do anything, you really got to think.
Well, like this movie, he took years to learn all these skills and then applied them to his craft.
Yeah.
So I think if anybody, and you see all these assassination attempts on Trump, all these failed assassination attempts. At what point is somebody, especially you look on the left, so many people going, why do these people keep failing at killing Donald Trump? And they're getting pissed about it. At what point does somebody, who may be actually on the left, who may be extremely intelligent, sit down and figure out how to actually pull it off and then does it? I'm not advocating for violence. I'm just acknowledging the reality of the situation. Okay? Not all Republicans are racist and not all Democrats are stupid, mindless sheeple.
No.
Okay? There are people who are very, very intelligent on both sides of the aisle.
I agree.
And if intelligence gets applied in any given certain way, it can change the entire course of human history.
Here's a question I've been having for a long time. You and I have been a hard supporter of Anonymous, for a long, long time.
Yeah. Yeah, Anonymous can take a lot of their inspiration from V for Vendetta.
Do we believe that they're vigilantes in a way? Yeah.
Yeah.
they're vigilantes. In my opinion, I believe so.
Yeah.
But they do it. They think they do it with their minds and their hearts, because they know. Even though they're called the collective, I call them the anonymous collective vigilantes for a reason. Why? Because they do it smartly. They do it with their heart, because we all know, as supporters, we all know, okay, that they're bad people. Yeah, in government, in corporations, even in life, federally, locally, and stately.
Yeah.
They don't hurt anybody, but they hurt the pocketbooks of governments and corporations.
Yeah. Which is why we're calling for a government shutdown, or not a government shutdown, but a civilian shutdown of the government. Fuck. Why do I keep saying government? Basically, an economic shutdown in August. What day did we say we were going to do that? Days we were going to do that? It's going to be a week-long event. From from Sunday, August 9th to Saturday, August 15th. Nobody goes to work.
Here's one thing that
shut the government down, not for a day, but for an entire fucking week.
Okay, I own a 02 Dodge Dakota, 25-year-old car. It's a 24-year-old car. Okay, it ain't computerized. It had none of that shit. It's just simplicity.
Yeah.
Anybody owning a brand new car from now and through on,
anything like 10 years back or newer is computerized, and they can shut it down.
But here we have Ford. Ford is pretty much they're
pushing back on that
1984 on wheels. That they look for any kind of thing on your face, any impressions, your eye, whatever, and it will shut your car, cut the car down.
Yeah. I thought it was Ford that was pushing back against that.
No, that was
or was that GM?
General Motors got sued. They got sued for that.
Okay.
Sued. So Ford's pushing it. And I don't know if Dodge is doing it either. So I don't know about Dodge, but
I don't know. I seem to recall hearing somewhere that one American car company is kind of pushing back on that whole thing.
I think there's a good majority of even in Japan. They're not doing it.
Yeah. Really? They're getting pushed back on that in Japan?
I mean, you don't hear about
wait, it's China that's got the social credit score and all that. Never mind.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm glad I'm driving an older car, an older truck. It's 02.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the newer cars.
I love my truck. I put the bump sticker on the tailgate of my truck.
I saw that. That is fucking awesome, bro. Can't wait till you get that thing up and running.
I sit in my driver's seat, turn on the radio, I'm listening to classic rock, Foghat, Nazareth, Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Oh, dude, I'm in heaven in my truck. I'm in heaven.
You would be.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, I mean, where we're going now, the way I'm thinking about it, not feeling, because feelings don't matter. Thinking does.
Yeah. Logical conclusions based on information and research.
Oh yeah, big time. But I mean, you and I, brother, we've been doing this for almost 15 years.
Yeah.
Come on, 30 years combined. Okay. We've had our talks. We went through a lot of shit.
We have.
And I tell you what, I'm 50.
You're high. You're old.
When we met, I didn't have gray hair. Or I had dark hair. Now I'm going gray. And
hey, you still look distinguished.
In the Bible, gray is a sign of wisdom.
Yeah.
I've been bringing some of that for the last 10 years.
Yeah, the prophet Isaiah talked about that quite extensively. I just finished that book, actually.
Yeah. And so there's going to be a time where even I hate to say it, I think that some parts of the millennials and Gen Zs need a kick in the ass to actually wake the fuck up, because our generation is the last badass generation. We're still feral.
Yeah,
we're still a feral. We are still the feral generation, you know. And I tell you what, I'm 50. I'm still feral, and I'm willing to I'm still willing to throw hands.
Hey, if it comes down to it, don't matter how old we are, we'll fight till our dying breath. If that's what it comes down to, it protecting ourselves, our homes, our families, the people that we care about, we'll go to fight. And even some of the younger generation, I think, has fight in them. I don't think that the up and coming generations are as feral as we think they are. I mean, don't get me wrong, a good majority of them are, especially the ones we see propagated in the media. But I don't think that represents the majority of the human population.
No.
You look at that little girl in Scotland who stood up to two Muslim men with a hammer and a meat cleaver.
No,
it wasn't a meat cleaver. It was a hatchet.
A hatchet and a blade.
Yeah, a hatchet and a blade. Okay, and this girl was just what, 12, 13 years old?
12.
Yeah. We have people like that here in the United States as well. Okay, young blood. Yeah, they get pushed too far, they're going to push back. And it's just going to be that basic animal instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't suppress human instinct. You can't suppress that primal fight or flight response.
No.
And even if they suppress me and they try to dumb us down and calcify the pineal gland with fluoride and whatnot, you still have that basic animal instinct that cannot be suppressed.
No.
And at some point, they're pushing these movies and this Civil War narrative and Trump not releasing the Epstein files and all this other nonsense. It's an inevitability that something's going to spark.
It will spark, but they're still going to use that shit as a distraction. But the thing is, let's be honest. The people see right through it. We see right through it. Enough's enough.
Yeah.
Enough talking, more walking with fists.
Exactly. And that's what we're reaching in society. And, you know, we were talking about, you know, whether or not movies and media put the ideas in people's heads. My argument is the idea is already there. These medias are just gasoline on the fire. That's my question. Is it that these movies are are gas on the fire of an idea that's already there?
To me, that movie, Citizen Vigilante, I don't see it. I don't see it as law-abiding citizen. I don't see it as Punisher. I see it as somebody who's seen enough, have had enough, and themselves want to add fuel to the fire by making this film.
That's quite possible. That is quite possible.
because there's going to be a point that I mentioned this last week about the other day. Look, there's people playing the victim card, the race card, and now the Muslim card. Burn the fucking deck.
Yeah. And at some point, somebody's going to burn the deck. You can bet your ass. Some point, somebody is going to burn the fucking deck.
It is time to burn the fucking deck.
I agree.
Because Tim and I, we're not here to play cards, man. We're here to verbally kick your ass.
Yeah. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and put the turkey in the oven. I've got to get to bed. I got to be up early in the morning. So, on that note, tomorrow night,
next week on Great Dead TV, we're going to talk about Operation Monarch.
Okay, that's going to be next week. What about tomorrow?
Tomorrow, political satire for the last 100 years.
Okay. Followed by Tin Man TV at 8 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be revisiting the topic that we had on the roundtable last week, those CIA documents about spiritualism and how to actually manifest. I'm going to be going into some history about that tomorrow night. So be sure to check us out, Grey Jedi TV at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, and followed by Tin Man TV at 8 p.m. Central Time. And then next week, the roundtable will resume its normal time at 8 p.m. Central Time. Again, this is just kind of a special broadcast because I've got to work in the morning and I got to be up at 5. So yay for me. But I'll take the money. I volunteered for it, so that's my own dumbass fault. But until then, on behalf of Brevin and the Haunted, who has already bowed out for the night, thank you, everyone who tuned in. I, of course, am your host, the Tin Man, Chris Sheldon, with the Worldwide Resistance Network. This has been your Roundtable. Follow us on our various social medias, X, YouTube, Rumble. Share the live feeds and retransmissions. And, again, keep the conversation going.
Thursday morning will be Bridget TV on Thursday morning. And,
oh, yeah, that's right. You do it 2 times a week now. Yeah, so Tuesday and Thursday, Great Jedi TV.
Tuesday in the morning.
Yep. And where can they find you, Revan?
On Rumble and YouTube.
All right, Rumble and YouTube. And till tomorrow night, again, if you like these videos, share the live feeds, share the retransmissions, follow us on our various social medias at REALTWWRN. Check out our online store, realtwwrn.printify.me. Tons of great merch. New layout of the store, making everything more efficient and accessible to you. And as always, keep the conversation going. We'll even join in the conversation off camera, no problem. You have any thoughts, opinions, want to troll us, whatever. Share your thoughts and opinions. Become a part of the conversation. And until next time, I'm Chris Sheldon, the Tin Man with the Worldwide Resistance Network. This has been your Roundtable. If you're watching this, you, my brothers and sisters, are the Resistance. Stay strong. Stay safe. God bless you all. Till next time, peace.
Pocket balance.
If you can hear this, you are not alone. This is the Resistance.